Fire crews responded to calls of a house fire late last night in La Crosse. One person and a dog trapped in a first-floor bedroom of a home at 615 South 7th Street. First responders located and safely evacuated the woman and dog and extinguished those flames. A representative from the Red Cross says right now they are assisting people displaced by the fire.
It's not just the big hurricanes and floods. You know, the biggest disaster we work with people on is the everyday home fire. And so it's people in your community that are stepping up to help those folks after they've been displaced by a fire.
Kern says when disasters like this happen, volunteers are the people who respond. And right now, the Red Cross needs volunteers. You can sign up on their website, redcross.org. Where are all the workers? That's a question you may have heard at some point in the last month or two. And when it comes to understanding the labor shortage, experts say it's a complex issue. Historically, when recessions hit the U.S. economy, labor markets are slow to recover, and the return to a normal economy has left consumer demand outpacing the supply of workers. In 2019, the average number of job openings rested at 7.2 million. In August this year, there were about 10.4 million job openings.
That's about 3.2 million more jobs we're trying to fill than we would normally have to fill in sort of a normal year. And so that should give you some sense of exactly how big of a lift it is trying to fill all of these jobs and kind of trying to do it all very quickly.
According to one expert on the panel, Wisconsin lost 120,000 jobs due to the pandemic. Additionally, Wisconsin's unemployment rate fell quicker than the national unemployment rate, meaning there are fewer job seekers in the state to fill those vacancies. The International Crane Foundation is opposing a new Wisconsin bill that would authorize the hunting of sandhill cranes. State Senate Bill 260 would authorize the hunting of sandhill cranes to combat rising populations causing harm to crops. Right now, farmers affected by the cranes must apply with the government to hunt that species. Sandhill cranes are a successful recovery story over the last 70 years. And according to the president and CEO of the foundation, the population would survive if several hundred were hunted. But the foundation opposes this bill because they believe a hunt would not solve crop damage as advertised, although they agree crop damage is a problem. A representative of the organization says hunting is not the only solution.
So our focus is around that planting time when they can cause damage, and we fully agree with that. And we helped develop a chemical deterrent called Avapel. We worked with Archean Corporation, and we helped develop this chemical deterrent about 15 years ago. And now we're trying to get that deterrent applied to all grains in Wisconsin where there are problem areas.
Population of sandhill cranes is estimated at about 40,000 and are found all over the state and in new areas. While the sandhill crane is at a healthy population size, Belfast says their physical similarities may lead to accidental shootings of the whooping crane, an endangered species. But coming up, the president's spending plan.
So let's get to work.
The Build Back Better plan when we come back.
You're watching News 19 Live at 5 with Dave Soley and Chief Meteorologist Dan Breeden. Live at 5 continues right now.
President in New Jersey today supporting his economic plan and explaining his vision.
These bills are not about left versus right or moderate versus progressive or anything that pits one American against another. These bills are about competitiveness versus complacency. Competitiveness versus complacency. They're about expanding opportunity, not opportunity denied. They're about leading the world or continuing to let the world pass us by.
President pushing to get his Build Back Better deal passed by the end of the week. That's when he departs on a foreign trip to Europe. Democrats in Congress say they're optimistic an agreement can be reached, but there are still key details to work out.
In need of a legislative win, President Biden is pushing to finalize a deal on his signature spending bill.
Let's get this done. Let's move.
The president speaking in New Jersey and touring a preschool, touting the spending package that will invest in education, healthcare, and climate change.
These bills are going to change the lives of millions of people in areas and hundreds of millions of people across the country for better and for years to come.
To appease moderates in his party, Biden and the Democratic leadership are offering to cut the bill's price tag to just under $2 trillion. Tuition-free community college will likely be out, and paid leave trimmed from 12 weeks to 4.
Not everybody's going to get everything they wanted, but I think there's a lot of good that we can do.
Democrats insist the bill will be fully paid for, but how that will happen is still in question. With moderate Senator Kyrsten Sinema opposing a corporate tax rate hike, other proposals include stricter IRS tax enforcement and a new tax on billionaires.
I'm open to any type of thing that makes people pay that's not paying now. So people that don't report income like you and I do and earned income, there has to be a way for them to pay their fair share.
President Biden is aiming for a deal before he leaves for Europe Thursday for the G20 meeting and a major climate summit.
It'd be very, very positive to get it done before the trip.
If an agreement on the spending package is reached, progressive Democrats say they'd support a House vote this week on the separate roughly $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Dan's in next with the forecast when we come back.
Now, your Storm Tracker 19 weather.
We had plenty of sunshine over the upper Midwest, and readings were pretty much on the seasonal side of things. We hit 57 degrees here in La Crosse today, 54 in Prairie du Chien, 54 in Eau Claire, around 51 degrees over in Mankato. Up in Rhinelander, only 49 degrees. Now there's a storm system to the west of us that has been producing a little bit of rain over the east central portions of the state, but overall that system is moving on out, and that's going to make room for an incoming weather system to the west. This one's been a very stormy pattern out over the western United States, and some of that's going to fill into our area. We're looking at mostly sunny conditions, of course, this afternoon, mostly clear overnight tonight by about 5:45 a.m., maybe a few passing clouds from time to time, and we'll have clear to partly cloudy conditions as we head into tomorrow by 4 p.m. Winds will be out of the south, and that's going to help keep temperatures a few degrees warmer, so that's going to get us back slightly above average. Now, we get clouds in for a Tuesday night into early Wednesday. There's a slight chance of showers with that initial surge of this weather system coming in, so the chances of rain are there, especially west of the immediate La Crosse area, and a few of those could drift eastward at least in the morning. But I think for the day, the weather system to the west is going to get hung up, and that means we're going to be mostly dry on Wednesday. Once we get into Wednesday night and Thursday, though, this weather system is going to push eastward, and that's going to get us into a pretty decent area of rainfall, I think, particularly on Thursday. There could be some pretty decent amounts in terms of a half an inch or an inch or more in some cases. All right, back to the future here. We have partly cloudy to mostly clear skies and 56 in La Crosse, 53 in Black River Falls, around 50 degrees in Preston, 56 in Boscobel. Our winds are light and northeasterly, anywhere from 7 to around 12 miles per hour, so it's been a very nice evening, and we'll continue that trend. The 7-day trend looks like this, mostly in the 50s, upper 50s here through Tuesday and Wednesday. This despite some cloud cover in the area. Will drop off a bit for Thursday as the rain moves through, and we won't get a surge of cold air, at least not right away, so we look for 62 degrees by Saturday, but the cooling does occur as we head into Sunday and early next week. Currently in La Crosse, 56. It feels like 56 with northeast winds at 12. Our pressure is steady in the river stage. That's falling at 5.18. Our high today, 57. This morning we had 39 degrees, right on average for this time of the year. Our forecast then for tonight, look for a low of 33, mostly clear, and the winds will be light. For tomorrow, the high 59, partly cloudy and east-southeast breeze, 5 to 10. For tomorrow night, the low 43, increasing clouds with southeast winds 7 to 15. The extended 7-day outlook for Wednesday, a slight chance of showers with a high of 59, becoming more likely Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday's high reaching 54. For Friday, partly cloudy, the high 59, then sunshine on Saturday, the high 62. For Sunday and Monday, partly cloudy and quite chilly, high temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s. So we're gradually getting more and more into the cold season, Dave.
Yeah, you can feel it, Dan. Thanks very much. Okay. Well, the Rotary After Hours Ugly Sweater 5K is back to its in-person format this year. That event is fun, but the cause is serious. The money raised goes to Rotary After Hours Club, which supports local organizations helping women and children and other groups in need. It also helps the international community with food and clean water. The first weekend of December, you're invited to suit up in your warmest and ugliest holiday apparel to race from Myrick to Riverside Park. Runners and their supporters get hot chocolate when they finish that race under the Rotary lights.
It's going to be December 4th at 4:15 p.m. is going to be the kickoff. We're going to have an in-person and virtual option, and I think it's going to be a great time.
Registration is open and free for children 10 and under with a non-perishable food item donation. Children 11 to 15, $15, and it's $25 for those 16 and older, but that price goes up after November 25th. Well, coming up, the supply chain challenge.
We're at such a staffing deficit.
How the labor shortage is playing a role when we come back.
WXOW. This is La Crosse's own News 19 Live at 5.
The Postal Service is announcing big changes to pave the way for smooth deliveries this holiday season. It comes amid the global shipping crisis and a shortage of workers across the U.S. economy that shows no sign of letting up.
The supply chain crisis heating up before the holidays, with consumer demand set to skyrocket. The Postal Service is now increasing capacity to help make sure holiday packages arrive on time. It's adding 45 new facilities, 112 new sorting machines, and 40,000 seasonal workers, all to handle 35% more daily packages.
The supply chain logjam has created uncertainty of when the products will be received by the merchants and when they ship.
Meanwhile, more troubled waters for the shipping industry this weekend. Roughly 40 containers fell off this cargo ship during a storm near Vancouver. Gridlock is so bad at the port of Long Beach, California, the city is now changing the rules, allowing shippers to stack containers higher than usual. One key issue behind this crisis is a severe shortage of truckers. Some companies are now offering truckers annual salaries of $110,000 with $15,000 signing bonuses. The labor shortage spilling over to other parts of the economy as well, including hospitality and transportation.
We are at such a staffing deficit.
At this job fair in Denver, organizers expected 5,000 job seekers to attend, but only 100 showed up.
We were expecting the masses to come knocking on our door.
Back to shipping gifts for the holidays, the cutoff for FedEx ground shipping is December 15th. Experts say getting products early is a huge advantage, and don't wait too long for bigger savings because you may not get them. Megan Tavrizian, ABC News, San Diego.
Final look at the forecast when we come back. Crisp and clear. Nice day. That was really nice.
Yes, it was. Just a hint of a northeast wind. We are going to see those winds drop again, so temperatures are going to do so as well for this evening. It'll be chilly rather quickly. 47 degrees under mostly clear skies expected by 7 p.m. We'll have clear skies at 9 p.m. at 43, and by midnight, mostly clear and 39 degrees. If you're looking forward to tomorrow, looks nice. We'll start off at a chilly 33 degrees, but rise rapidly into the upper 50s, which will be just slightly below the the average high for this date.
That's very nice. Dan, thanks. As always, we thank you. World News Tonight is next, and then the 6 p.m. report. Have a good evening. We hope to see you again tomorrow.
Good night.
Oh, boy.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Sunshine and then a return to rain later this week. Details at 10. In 3, 2, 1. A storm system will end our sunny streak. I'll have details tonight at 10. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. A stormy weather pattern in the western United States will eventually spill into our area. That means rain later in the week. I'll have details. Okay.
as well. So.
I'm set.
Travis set. I feel like I can kind of hear Bailey. Oh, I can probably just hear her through.
Can you pull up your white thing?
Oh, yep. White balancing real quick, friends.
That's good.
Right. Okay, topical. Counting down in 3, 2, 1. Wisconsin farmers are in the thick of yield season. Nope, harvest season. 3, 2, 1. Wisconsin farmers are in the thick of harvest season, and it's going pretty well, but there's still one big challenge. We'll tell you what it is. Works for me, thank you. How about them corn huskers at this point? Ew.
Play music?
Are you guys playing music? Because I'm hearing music in my ear. I don't think I...
Have a good night, Samuel. You too, Travis. And you, Marcus.
Thank you, you as well. Weird. It's not playing music. I can still hear you, yes, Graham.
Little containers. Yes, a microphone check for this 6 p.m. report on a Monday. So I will talk until you say that the microphone is sufficiently checked. Excellent.
Is that for me?
That is for you.
Microphone check. Dustin and I coordinated our colors today. Not.
Yes, testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Testing 1 2 3 4 5.